Yeah, so then do the elbow drop through the.
How you feeling after that, Tony? Easy night for you.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we have the hair.
I thought we were gonna see.
Did I lie?
The match is beforehand.
You know, you look like Johnny Valentine when he was young.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
does.
as big.
What do you guys think? Does he look like Johnny Valentine?
Started doing the elbow drop through the board.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate the praise, man. Thank you.
They come out here, what do you mean? And then a rugby out there, he looked like the other guy where he looked like Kurt Hennig.
I just heard a story about Valentine that he could shit like the true Valentine could shit like an ice cream cone full of shit with the twirl on.
See, don't ask me all that about them heels.
Good question for you, reading.
Well, you see, but I'll tell you guys, in my day, the heels and the baby face, they didn't hang out together. I mean, you have a separate dress room. So a lot of the story the heels can tell you about all the other heels, but they couldn't tell you anything about the baby face.
Right. Because you get punished too if you
Right.
travel.
They kept us separated. Right, being separate room. If you was a heel back in the day, and you check into a hotel, I had to go to another hotel. They couldn't be at the same hotel. So the best hotel used to only be a race. And Vince cut up and made all the guys stay till the end. But usually you could leave right after your match. And a lot of guys, they would rush to the best hotel that where all the fun was at, all the liquor, the women, and everything else. But he'll get there first. When the babyface had to stay somewhere else.
Okay.
But it couldn't stay at the same hotel. Couldn't ride in the same car. Couldn't even be on the same flight. They would have a heel to fly out on one flight, and then the next flight, the babyface would fly out. We couldn't be on the same airplane, couldn't be in the same restaurant. There was a nice restaurant. When we go to eat at, then you go back, and then Conrad Beer would say something, oh shit, they beat us to it. And he would see something like Ox Baker or somebody like that sitting in the restaurant. He said, shit, they beat us to it. We have to find another place, guys.
Would they ever have catering back in the 80s or just for TV taping? No, I mean like at wrestling events. When did you start seeing them have? Because I imagine Crockett probably didn't have it.
The Crockett was the first one to do it. I see it.
Okay.
Not at the match, was always in the Crockett room.
After the show.
Yeah, all the big shots would go to the room. It wasn't for everybody.
Okay.
By invitation only. But you have to be in physical with the office. Most of the leaf guys, the guy that called to go back home. They had a pecking order. When you first started in the ring, if you was the main eventer, I'm your goal for it. Hey, Chris, go get me a cup of coffee. Hey, Chris, go get me a hot dog. Hey, Chris, put my boots. Hey, Chris, do this. And you have to cater. If I'm sitting in the front seat, and a veteran get in, I have to automatically get out that front, get out of the seat, take his bag, put it in the trunk, then I get in the back seat. Those are my $3. If you're a young kid, you go out to the ring, they can tell you, I want you to listen to the people. I've been listening to him. He's a vet. You listen to him. Wherever he say go. And that's how it was. But the best part that I like the most about the old days, a lot of guys wouldn't put you over. Like Johnny Ross. Johnny didn't like doing jobs. Johnny would make you work for it.
Yeah. What is that? I never seen
Rice and beans.
Rice and beans, okay.
But they didn't give me no silverware.
Yeah.
You know, Johnny make you work for that pen.
Okay.
He beat the hell out of you. I mean, look at some of his matches. You see Johnny losing, but before he lose, he destroyed the freaking guy.
Yeah.
That guy ain't worth a crap what Johnny did to him.
What
But
was
there
that?
was a lot of guys like that too. Because Lesnar was fair based on is he real or is it fake mentality out there. So they didn't like putting over somebody that really could protect themselves. And they wouldn't put the belt on nobody like they do.
What do you think about the two belts?
The who?
You know how they have two world championships now? There's like each brand has a
They
world.
don't have no more world champion.
Roman Reigns is one, and
There's
Gunther's
no more world champion. You can't have a world champion when you only compete against your own people. Harley Race went to Japan. He went from state to state, territory to territory, and took on other champions. He went to Japan, Mexico, Australia, England to defend the title. You take a world champion now with WWE, what do they wrestle? Maybe 2, 3 people?
Yeah, they don't wrestle that often.
They don't wrestle nobody from another group. See?
Well, the ones that are part timers, anyways, when they're
Yeah, but they don't wrestle nobody.
Yeah.
That's not WWE.
right.
He was WWE. They only got WWE champion, no more world champion.
Right.
A world champion. You don't go to Japan and participate in New World Order. I mean, New Japan wrestling. Whereas Harley Race was. See? Harley Race will go everywhere. He come to Georgia, wrestle the Georgia champion. He goes to Minneapolis and wrestle against the AWA champion. Nick Bockwinkel. You know, he would come to go to Japan and wrestle Ayatollah Inoki, the Japanese champion. He would go to another Japanese group and wrestle the Giant Baba. He would go to Puerto Rico and wrestle Carlos Colon. And that was pretty much how the world champion, they went around the world wrestling. You know, he went, called himself world champion, but they don't fight nobody. It's all with one company. You just one company. How you gonna have a world champion? He's a WWE champion, not world champion. The days of the world champion is gone. Because if you don't compete nowhere but in one spot, how you gonna be a world champion if you don't compete around the world?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Just like the Mr. Universe, a lot of people don't realize that was in Europe.
Right.
And look at the Mr. Olympia, when they had these world championships. There people come from look at the world's strongest man. I mean, it's a guy from America, guy from New Zealand, guy from Germany, guy from England, guy from everywhere for the world's strongest man. But in the WWE, you don't have people from everywhere. You got everybody from the WWE. And that's it. I gotta go down and find yourself some pictures, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's still the match before intermission. I don't think it's it might be stopping now. So
Yeah, he said they'll do the intermission. Then I think they're ready to go to the goal and do
I think there's still one more match before intermission. Or is it?
Yeah, I think the promo is on right now. Then there's the last match that we got.
Okay. Is that the girls match?
Is that the end?
Just for the first half.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much how wrestling was. You know, and then sometimes a guy was saying, well, I'm not putting them over.
Right.
I'm not gonna put them over. Then you can tell the other guy that you have to take it, which means you have to beat him for real.
That's the boss's father-in-law of this company.
Introduce me.
He's a nice guy.
Tony's autograph before you take off. I don't know if you're gonna stick around or. Oh, yeah, we got shit going on, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got something. It's a big one, but.
Oh wow.
It's a wrestling first aid cover.
Oh, wow.
Stamps.
Pretty neat.
Wow. Is that
Doesn't matter where.
what series is that from?
I don't know what the date is. It's actually an Olympic series. 1980, maybe the 84 Olympics, LA.
There's your Hall of Fame ring. Which Hall of Fame is this second one? Oh, that's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
What was your most prestigious contest you won?
To win?
Yeah, or maybe you won Best Arms or something.
There wasn't.
Appreciate it.
You ever? We have what we used to call in sports, good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
So you don't blow your own horn. Somebody else could blow your horn, but you couldn't blow your own horn. But then you can't brag on yourself. Someone else can brag on you, but you can't. And it's hard to say that one thing was better than another. Because when you win, the feeling is the same. It don't matter if you win the NWA title, WWF title, or bodybuilding title, the feeling is the same. You competed in competition, and you were proven to be the best among your competitors. And that's why it's very hard to say, well, this was better than this, or that was better than that, or this is my greatest moment. Every moment in competition is a great moment because you go there, you got like in bodybuilding, mainly more so in powerlifting than bodybuilding, you have like 50 or 60 guys from all around the state that trained hard, did what they could to come to see who got the best bench, you know. And so if you walk away, anybody that competed in powerlifting or bodybuilding, if you just place, you feel good. Don't have to be first place because you got like maybe 100 people will compete and only 3 will go home with something. You got 97 people that went through the same road training you went through, bust their ass the same way you did, and went home with nothing to show for it. Because it was only placed for first, second, and third. Yeah. So if you placed, and what made me think like that was a guy they called Randy Booth. My first contest, I didn't win, and I was complaining about it. And they used to have the powerlifting in the morning, arm wrestling midday, the bottom of that night. Well, I won. I didn't win I got to have the best bench, but my squat deadlift was the shit. I got like second or third place in the powerlifting, first place in the bodybuilding, and first in the arm wrestling. I was complaining that I didn't win first in all 3. So Randy Booth said, "Tony, do me a favor." I go, "Well, yes, sir." He said, "Look around the car." I looked around. He said, "How many people you see in here that got a trophy?" And I said, "Just me." He said, "Well, what you complain about?" He said, we got nothing. We didn't win nothing. Brandon didn't win his class. He didn't place. The other guy that was in the car didn't place. And I felt like a piece of crap. Here I was sitting there with 3 trophies, 2 first place trophy and 1 third place trophy. And I'm complaining about the third place trophy. It broke me that habit because then I look and I see all my buddies and what they had. They didn't have anything. They didn't win a trophy. They didn't win anything. But they said, well, maybe we do better on the next one. Let's see how you're going to be the next time around. So right away, they have picked themselves up, took their defeat, and then they were thinking about, yeah, we got another one coming up in a couple of months. I'm going to try to, and that's how competitors work. Because you're never going to win. And you can have a great bench. Go in the gym every day, do 500 pounds. Every day you go in the gym. Then one day you go to a contest, and guess what? You can't do the 500.
Right.
Because the body is not a machine. We had up days, we had down days. We had good days, we had bad days. And so sometimes the body just can't get it. I mean, you do something every day, then all of a sudden, there's one day that is really, really important. That's the day you don't complete the lift, or you do something to cause you to lose the lift, and so on and so on. So you learn what they call good sportsmanship. You learn how to take your lumps and your bruises along with what you do. And you're going to lose. They're going to be time you lose. And you got to be able to accept losing.
At what point did your bench press, did you feel that it wasn't going to get any higher and it started to go down? What age would you have been at?
60.
60. Okay, so you were still putting up pretty heavy weight until 60.
Well, so I get to my late 50s, early 60s. Because when I was with Bob Henry, I was in the fours. At four, you know, I got to be anywhere between four, right at not 500 when I was with Mark Henry. But I did 465 when I was with Mark Henry. Yeah, so I did like four. That was back in 2008. The last time I did 500 was late 90s. I missed it in the contest. That's why I quit. 1999, the last time I did 500. Could do that much weight. And I went to a contest. I started off with 405, went to 455, then I went to 505, and I didn't lock it out. Got it on my chest, but it didn't lock out. The guy lift no good. And then I stopped powerlifting after that. I didn't enter no more. 1999 was my last competition. Because I didn't have that. See, lifting is not a physical thing. What people don't know, it's a mental thing. When you lose that drive, you can't lift. I mean, you can work out, but you can't lift to do impossible weight. See, you can't physically bench press 500. You can do that physically. You have to have the right mindset. You know, you have to really, really concentrate very, 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 very hard, and you got to pump that adrenaline where your arms feel like a forklift. Your body got to feel like a forklift, you know, and you got to feel like when you grab that weight, you can't feel it. If you feel it, if you take it off, say, "Oh shit, this is heavy," it ain't going nowhere. The moment you say this is heavy, it ain't moving. So I used to always tell myself, just lightweight, 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 lightweight. And I pull that thing up, and I said, here comes the hydraulic lift. Hydraulic lift. And you have to think of yourself as a hydraulic lift. So it's all mindset. As long as you can keep that mindset, you would do good. You take like Tom Brady, for example. Tom Brady is not the most athletic. He's not the most agile. But he's the greatest quarterback in the world I've seen because Tom Brady never loses his focus. You watch him, he never celebrate. As soon as the game is over, Tom Brady started thinking about the next game. Right away, he thinks about the next game.
Yeah.
You know, he don't focus on losing or winning. He just focuses on getting out every day and complete the play. He walk on the field with that look in his eye, and he leave the field with that same look in his eye. And the whole time, the only thing that Tom Brady is thinking about is complete the play. And then when one game is over, he don't celebrate. And that's why a lot of guys, unfortunately, especially a lot of my African American players, if you watch them, they would do one play, and they feel like they have to celebrate that one play. It's one freaking play, guy, and they celebrate on the field. Then, if you notice, from that moment on, they mess up every play.
Right.
Because now they're out of the groove. They took themselves out of that groove. You know, when it's like doing the dancing and the pointing and the, you know, they left the football field, they went in a nightclub. They tried to look cute. And then when the ball is hiked again, they fumble, they do this. They're doing everything because they clown around out there. They do one play and it's like clowning. They turn into Bozo the Clown. And it pisses me off sometimes. I say, don't fucking dance. I don't know if you can put that in there.
Who's your team in football?
New England Patriots.
Yeah. When was the last time you talked to Mark Henry?
About 2 weeks ago.
Did he tell you what his feelings were about AEW? What happened with him?
No, I don't get into this. See, that won't keep me and Mark in there. good friends. I don't talk to Mark Henry about anything dealing with his business. We talk about family. We talk about football. You know, uh, we talk about something we hear, but mainly anything that dealing with Mark Henry, I don't ask him about it. If he want to volunteer to tell me something, I will listen, but I don't go trying to. I don't ask him any question like that. That will keep our friendship. Mark Henry is a very, very personal person. He like keeping his business to himself. And in today's time, that's how you protect yourself. You understand what I'm saying? The less people know about you, the better off you are. The more people know about you, the more weapons they can use against you. That's the problem with the guy running for president right now. You know, he wears his feeling on his sleeve, so he let people know what he like and what he don't like to. Some people say, well, that's a good thing that he do that, but in some cases, it's a bad thing because it could come back to haunt you one day.
Yeah.
You know, so Mark Henry like to keep his business close. Like I say, if he volunteers something, I will listen. But I don't ask him about what he feel about this, what you think about that. No.
How was his diet compared to yours on the road?
Well, here lately, Mark Henry been doing pretty good. I got to give him prompt. You know, he don't lost weight. He's in better shape now than what it was when he was working. So,
Hey, you're getting hungry again.
and you notice, try to scrape meat off an old bone. When you want to clean that bone, you know you're hungry. But yeah, Mark Henry, he's a good person. He's intelligent, very intelligent. Probably one of the smartest people in the WWE. His intelligence is right up there with some of the best. Most people don't think like Mark. Shelton Benjamin, he's another intelligent person. Kane, very intelligent person. See, an intelligent wrestler to me is a guy that realized you can't wrestle forever.
Yeah.
He realized that. And you develop a certain lifestyle that you want to live. So you want to develop something where you can live that lifestyle when you no longer can make it into the ring. Otherwise, you end up like Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
You know, being a senior citizen in the ring. And when I was
You're
young,
enjoying yourself though still, aren't you?
I didn't like that when I was a kid, believe it or not. When they tell me I have to wrestle with them old time, I was like, oh, shit, I can't do my stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when I was a kid. Then I had to go.
You've been wrestling like 50 years now, haven't you?
Yeah, you know, I actually got 50, 60 when I was in my 20s and 30s. I was doing drop kick head scissors. I knew these guys couldn't take the bump and they couldn't do the spot. You know, but I had to work with. But I didn't like it. I always wanted to work with somebody that could, you know, like a Randy Savage or somebody that could move around that ring or the Paul Orndorff. But I didn't want to wrestle somebody that could barely. I didn't like wrestling George Steele. He didn't do nothing. It was chopping meat. Abdullah chopped meat, but Abdullah was different. It was more exciting, more like a street fight with him. But George was that was the Sheik. I didn't like wrestling the Sheik. He didn't do anything in the ring. You look at all his matches, tell me what he do.
Pencil.
No, he do it. He saw the people and say the USA, do the USA.
Oh, you mean the real Iron Sheik?
Yeah, Cosgrove, man. They told him that wrestling but I knew he ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he was a gimmick man. He didn't wrestle, even though he was a great amateur wrestler. He was a fantastic amateur wrestler. But as a performer in wrestling, he never really did that much in the ring. Couldn't do high spots with him. He would mess him up.
Do you think that Brian Blair really out wrestled the Sheik? Because Brian Blair claims that was the origin of their heat. That he made the Sheik tap or something.
Shoot, Matt Bourne beat up Brian Blair. Come on. Matt Bourne whooped his ass. Come on. Brian know that. Brian always, I don't know what's wrong with Blair. Brad loved to lie, man. He don't need to do that. He got a good enough career about lying about stuff. He lied about me and Orndorff. Every time Brad talking, he just make up stuff. I asked him one time, I said, Brad, why didn't you tell the truth over that me and Orndorff? Why you got to lie about it? He said, well, you got to build it up for the fans. And that's what he does. He build it up. He's exaggerating things to make things look like he was bigger. Because if you really look at Brian Blair's career, it didn't go that far. The biggest gig ever we did the Killer Bees. That was it. You look back on his career, you tell me what great career he did.
He was with Herb Abrams for a bit in New Japan, I guess.
Yeah, but not the big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he never got
Were you
like
with
a
Herb
Ric Flair.
Abrams?
He never got like Ric Flair or Wahoo McDaniel or Paul Jones. He never got as big as Mr. Wrestling 2 or any of them guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Brand Blair is not something that rolls off people's tongue. If you don't bring his name up, nobody knows who the hell you're talking about.
Is it true that Brunzell would be one of the guys you would talk to backstage if you needed something?
About what?
Like, you know, you said before Johnny Roz was one of the guys that would have everything if you needed some type of drug or anything. Was Brunzell like that as well?
Well, I can tell you that, but when I was with Jim Brunzell, I was trying to keep myself clean during that time. I was with AW, with Garnier. So a lot of guys kayfabe me a lot. Because I believe it or not, I was a new kid in town. See, when you first come into the territory, it takes a while for you to get to know who you clicked, for you get in your click. And I never was, I never traveled hang with him. He was my partner in AWA, and I traveled with him a couple of times, but I was not in his clique. And you hear me say this a lot. Because there were guys, the guys had certain cliques where they would hang around certain guys that they know is not going to run back to the office, ain't going to stooge them out. And guys that do the same thing, they're into the same shit they into. Like S.D. Jones, he used to love being around me because I just wanted the women to walk on me. And he wanted to pump them.
Right.
So he thought that was great. So they come upstairs, you know, they walk on me, they do the shoe thing with me. Then all of a sudden they give me SD and they do other stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys would hang around with guys. If you're into the same thing that I'm into, then I was by myself most of the time because I was the type of guy that liked to get up there. All the guys used to share a room where nobody wanted to share a room with me because I was up every morning at 7. I was in the gym at 8.
Yeah.
And these guys was up to 2 o'clock in the morning drinking at the bar.
Yeah.
I had a motto that right between 11 or 12. 12 with my ladies, about 12 o'clock. I wasn't going to bed at 12. At 12, I had a motto that I was in the bed at 12. Lights go off at 12. That was my motto. I would get up every morning and I would hit the gym because most times you have to leave about sometimes 10 or 11 to go to the next town. And I always like to get my workout before I leave. Right. Some of the guys like driving to the town and then working out before they match. I tried it a couple times. I didn't do as well. You know, I had to drive in 4 hours, check into a hotel, then they would get dressed. You see guys do that now with the WWE. They would get off the plane, go upstairs, put on their workout clothes, and then they would go to the gym, work out. Then they come back and go to the match. I could never do man that way. So what I used to do, I get up in the morning, I get my workout out the way first. Then I do the wrestling. See, I couldn't work out right before the match. But I knew a lot of guys did it that way. And so that's why by 12 o'clock, I had to be in bed. Well, I get up, 6, 7 in the morning. I do that now. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get up early in the morning now. And so the guy, I usually pitch, nobody want to share a room with me because I wake them up.
Right.
Come on now. I just fell asleep. I said, what time you got in this morning? I was up. I didn't get up at 4 o'clock this morning. The guy get in at 4, told us up at 5.
Yeah.
he's going too bad. I'm getting up out of bed. So that's about a long time I went by myself. But SD went to the gym too. So it was good me and SD. Rocket went to the gym, so it was good me and Rocket. Tommy Rich did.
Yeah, he never worked out, did he? He was able to have a pretty good career overall.
He was a great worker.
Yeah. He's still wrestling too, isn't he?
Yeah. Tommy was a good worker. And he had the charisma. He had what people like. See, in wrestling, what a lot of people don't know, you do not have to be a good wrestler to be famous. You do not have to have the greatest body in the world to be famous. There's just certain thing about a person that will click with people. They just see it and it clicks. And you always say, how can a guy like that, like the Mighty Igor, how can a guy like that become so popular? He never did nothing in the ring. When you look at all the guys, all the great wrestlers, you know, big stars,
Yeah.
and we look at the matches, they don't do nothing.
Yeah.
But they're over like I don't know what. Hogan didn't do that much in the ring. But he was over like $1 million. He didn't do as much as Paul Orndorff, but Orndorff never got as big as Hogan. He didn't do as much as Randy, never did as much as Lenny.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Randy
To me, Lenny Parker was a better wrestler,
No.
you know, more
Yeah.
scientific, everything. But it was just something about Randy that the people just liked.
Yeah.
You either got it or you don't. Ric Flair. Well, Ric Flair was an exception. He had the charisma. He was an excellent. I would say Flair was probably the best of the best. Terry Funk was another one like Flair. He was one of the best of the best. Where Dory Funk was a hell of a worker, but he didn't have that charisma like his brother.
Yeah.
You understand? The same thing with the Von Erich. You know, it was only that one. Like with the Anderson brother. Who was Lars and Gene Anderson was nothing with Olin. You take Olin away from the thing, the team didn't mean nothing.
Right.
And that's what happened with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. When they separated, Jannetty just fell to the wayside because Shawn Michaels was the light of that career. Why do you think Vince never brought Rocky Johnson back? Never used him again. Think about it. When me and Rocky lost that title, and if I'm wrong, prove me wrong, he never used Rocky for anything after that.
Just the Sultan and stuff, I think. But that was not as a
Nothing.
full-time character like you.
Nothing.
Didn't he do something with the Sultan or something?
He did one thing he did, but from what I hear from Seeker, not Seeker, Alpha told me, Rocket messed that up. What they want to do, they want me to come out and insult Rocket, and then me and the kid was going to have a match. Me and the Rock going to have a match, and the Rock was going to beat me. I was going to go out and say, Rocket, the only reason you're out there because I let you. Rocket didn't like what they were planning. So the lady called me and she told me we decided a different direction with the Rock. And that's when they turned him into the Rock. He was rocking my veer there. And it was China was there at that time. Triple H was wrestling there.
I think we might.
98.
Okay, yeah.
98. 1998, yeah. And the fight it happened right here in Auburn. TV. They did TV.
Albany, yeah. They used to do the same thing here.
Remember they had me sending orders and the Rock was coming down the ring. We gave each other a little hug. And then I was at the match with Stone Cold and
I think it might be intermission now, by the way.
Yeah,
we'll have them back later on. Guys.
Yeah.
Need me to carry anything?
Yeah, but you see, but he brought me from Summer Simba, they Rock back nothing. Brought back from Legend House.
Hey, I was watching your Saba Simba matches. It seemed like almost every time you came out, you were a little bit less into the dance. Where by the end, maybe it was just because it was house shows, but it seemed like you weren't even trying to dance by the end. Did you like the dance?
I'm just happy to know it. Sometimes there was arenas, you know.
Yeah.
It's time. You in intermission now?
Yeah, it's intermission.
Oh, let me go see if I make this right.
Yeah.
Thanks, intermission.
Rita Chatterton. She's one of your full-time officials, right? No? Here, yeah. I won't interrupt you. I'll talk to you about it, bro.
Used to be an official. Don't worry, I'm not quite sure.
Good try though. Before they kicked you out.